Okay, so we're going to be nice and gentle to ourselves. So just find yourself in a seated position of your choice. Make sure you're comfortable. So if you want to get a little cushion or a bolster under your hips, you do that. You like wrapping a blanket around yourself, do that. Just make yourself really nice and comfy. And then close your eyes. And let yourself find that little place of peace for a moment. So let yourself be here. By that I mean, let your mind or your ego just stay at the door. You don't need that for the next 45 minutes or so. Anything that's kind of bothering you, just let that go too. You really don't need that for the next 45 minutes either. So just decide to let it go. Almost like you're putting it in a little imaginary suitcase and putting it at the door. And bring your awareness to your breath. And notice your belly rising on every inhale. And we're going to start with just a little bit of gentle counter breathing. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. But if you're, I don't want you to struggle with it though, so if you're kind of really desperately holding your breath or pausing, trying to stay up with my counting, just let it go, it's fine. Don't struggle to do it. You'll find your rhythm. So, okay, so let's go. Let's empty the lungs. And now taking inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause 1, 2, 3, 4. And return back to your normal breathing. Really just being aware, noticing the air as it comes in through the nostrils, maybe noticing the slightly different temperature. So as you breathe in, notice that the air is a little bit cool around the nostrils. And as you breathe out, you notice that coolness is gone. So have a little scan through your body. So the shoulders kind of brought a bit of tension back into them. Just let them release. Let the head slightly nod. Let this tongue sit on the top of the mouth, just behind the teeth. And then just be aware of those sounds in the room. Okay. One more little visualization before we start moving. Just want you to imagine that someone's shining a torchlight on the top of your head. And so you can feel this slight warmth or this sensation or this tingling, however it feels to you. It's quite a powerful torchlight. So bringing your hands together, interlacing the fingers and pressing your palms into your heart space. And then taking an inhale and sending the palms up. And as the palms reach up, you open your eyes and look at the back of the hands. Press the palms to the ceiling. And then release the fingers, send them up to the sky. Bring the gaze forward, let your left hand come down, reach the right hand overhead, stretch. Keeping that right hip pressed back down. And to look up to the ceiling. And if your arm's in the way, draw it back a little bit. And then take an inhale, both arms up. And exhale, coming over. And again, look to the ceiling, draw the arm back. That's in the peripheral vision. And up. Let's come forward now. Exhale. Release. Try and flex the feet. And then just let the upper body go. A couple more breaths here. Walk the hands over towards your right knee and just let your head drop over. And then walk the hands over to the left knee. And again, just dropping the head, and giving it to gravity. Letting her take the weight of your head. Relax center. Release one more time here. And then push up. And we'll just take a little back bend the other way. So open the chest to the sky. And come back to center. Little twist. So I won't worry because I'll get confused. Left hand on the back of the right knee. Right hand behind the spine. And twist it. Gentle. Keep it in the torso. Make the shoulders in line. Breathing. A couple more breaths here. You're squeezing the organs, like you're squeezing your internal organs like a dishcloth. And come back to center, take it the other way. Nice, just like you turn the dishcloths the other way as well to get any excess out. Squeezing our internal organs, it's a great detox. Any kind of twisting is a detox. As well as being good for the spine. And come back to center. Right, let's roll over the knees, find our tabletop. Just take a moment to think about knees under hips, hands under shoulders, fingers spread with middle finger or index finger pointing forward. And then take your cat-cows. So count. Inhale, lift the tailbone. And looking up. And exhale, tucking the pelvis under. Undulating that movement up the spine, looking under the body to the navel. And then taking it the other way. Inhaling, moving with our breath. So inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. Generally speaking, all our inhales are expansive movements and our exhales are contracting movements. It's the way the body generally likes to work, but like anything, it's not a rule, it's a guideline. Don't be too concerned about it. Be aware of it. Do it because it feels better. Okay, come back to neutral after your next cat. And push the right leg away. And then ground the inside of the right foot. And lift up the right hand. And stay here. Or you can balance on one little toe, or one big toe. Or you can lift up the leg. As you like. Alright, if the leg is lifted, leave it where it is. Just bring the hand down. And then the toes will be facing downwards. And if you had your foot balance, just lift it up now. And then bring your right knee to your right elbow, just touch it there and hold. And then send it away. And bring the left arm out as well. And hold. And reach. And now bring the elbow and knee underneath to touch. And send it away. One more time. And release it. And bring the knee and hand back down. Take a little reset moment. And then press your left foot away. Round the inside and come up. Again, balancing on the toe or lifting the leg. Changing the gaze will just test your balance a little bit more. So if you move your gaze upwards, you find the balance has to stabilise itself a little bit. Okay, so let's bring this top left hand down now, leaving the leg where it is. Toes pointed down, so hip closes. And then bring that knee and touch it to the left elbow. And send it away. Bring the right hand up, reach forward. And bring the knees and the elbows together. And extend it away. And touch it again. Extend it away one last time. And release. Reset here. Okay, we're going to tuck our toes under. Just a little stretch for our toes and the soles of our feet. So just gently walking back. Climbing up onto your thighs. And letting the weight of your body sink into those heels. Adjusting any toes that need adjusting. Usually the little one. Take the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, bend the right arm back. Hold the elbow. Draw back on that tricep. And release it. Take both arms up. And then bend the elbow through the left elbow. And draw that tricep back. And then take both arms up. Reach up. And slowly bring them back down into a tabletop. Uncurling the feet, giving a little tap. And lifting up into our downward facing dog. And taking your time here to walk your dog out. So pressing heels down, alternating your heels. Your shoulders might kind of join the movement a little bit. Just feel, just one little exploration of how you're feeling today. How does your body feel today? Is it feeling quite good? Or is it feeling a bit tight? No judgments, just observations. And then find that place where you just want to hold it still for a moment. Lift the tailbone up a little bit. Such a small movement, no one else will be able to see it, probably from looking at you. Lifting it up, extending the back of the legs, pressing the heels towards the ground. Letting the head just go. Good breath here. Triceps are rolled down to face the floor. And let the right leg just drift up, touching the right heel to the ceiling. We're going to hold it there for a breath. And then we're going to open into scorpion tail. And then close it back down again. So take that heel all the way back up. And then just release it back to the ground. Then take your left leg up. Left heel reaches for the sky. And hold it there a moment. Don't be in too much of a hurry to move on. And then open it. So let that leg bend behind you. And then release it, take it back up. And let that leg go back to the ground. We'll take a slow walk up to the top of the mat. So just step your way there. No pressure, no hurry. And once you're there, find your ragdoll. So release yourself over, take hold of your elbows, and let go. A little bit of softness in the the knees. Take this time to just sign anything away. So really, see if you can release the upper body. Let it grow heavy, like gravity's gently drawing the upper body forward and down. Good inhale, and exhale. This way. Okay, so now just release the elbows here. You just let the arms flop. Engage the core, and using your core, draw yourself up back to a standing position. Unrolling the spine, feeling all the sensations as you come up. And taking an inhale, bring your arms overhead. Let the palms find each other, and then take a little back bend. Nothing big, just a tiny little back bend. And then back up straight. And exhale. And on back down. Find your halfway lift. So bring the hands to the shins. And then press the top of the head away. And then again, soften the knees. Look, my cat put me off. What am I doing? Refolding, of course. Bring the hands to the mat. Step your right leg back. Long lunge. And then release that knee. Come up into your crescent lunge. Open your arms to cactus arms and pull back. And exhale, come back down. Find your hamstring stretch. And then release that foot, lift that back knee. So you're in a lunge now, and now you're going to step back into a plank. And you can release the knees immediately or hold your plank. Now let's everyone knee, chest, chin. Come on down. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Hold it here. We're going to step this right foot back to the top of the mat, but first off we're just going to lift it up. Just drift it up to the top, float it up. Look to where it's about to land, and then bring it through and step it to the top. Your left knee, release, and come back into your crescent lunge. And come, bring the hands back to the floor, lift the left knee, and step it forward to join the right foot. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, forward. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Hands to the mat. Step the left foot back in a long lunge. And then just ground that left knee and lift up into your crescent lunge. Cactus arms, open the chest to the sky. And then release it. Let's find our hamstring stretch. So just pull the right hip back, lift the right toes. Look to lazy. The camera go off. Hold there, hold your hamstring stretch. So that. And now let's lift up the back knee and sit back into plank. Knee, chest, chin. And inhale. And back to downward facing dog. Rolling here. Cats and cameras. Very distracting. Never mind. Right, left foot back to the top of the mat. Right foot joins it. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart centers. Take a moment here. Take your arms up on the inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, refold, hands to mat. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Hold your plank. And we're just going to lower all the way to the ground now. Take it as slowly as you can. And then find your strength. Bring your elbows under the shoulders and press the floor away. Bend your left knee. Take hold of it with the left hand and press it towards your buttocks. And release that. Bring that left elbow back down. Bend the right knee. And then release that. Come back with the hands under the shoulders. And then bend the knees. Take hold of the ankles and the tops of the feet. And bring everything back into line. Now, if this is enough for you, you can just stay here. Just press the heels in towards the buttocks. Or you can take an inhale and lift up into your bow pose. Making it as deep as you want to take it. So you might just want to have a little bend today, or you might want to push yourself to lift up to your highest. And then release wherever you're at. Let the big toes touch each other. Let the right ear come to the ground. And let the arms stretch right behind you. Inhale and exhale. And then just change the head. So bring the left ear to the ground. Everything else stays the same. And bring the chin back to centre. Bring the arms under the shoulders. And push your way back up to the downward facing dog. Now step the right foot forward. The ground, the left foot. And lift up into warrior one. Gorgeous. So just gently pulling this right hip back, pulling the left, drawing the left hip forward. And now let's find our warrior two. So opening up into warrior two. Sinking down. Let's find our reverse. Take the palm up. Reach forward. Come back. And then back to warrior two. Reverse. Side angle. Elbow to knee. Long line. And again, warrior two. Let's straighten that leg. Bring the feet in, bring the hands to the waist, inhale, look up, and exhale. Take a little forward fold here. Slowly, slowly releasing yourself down, don't be in a hurry. When you are there though, feel free to bring the hands to the floor, to your ankles, your calves. Where you want to be today. A little bit of softness on the knees will probably help. Okay, let's lift up to halfway. So on a long flat back with our feet are wide. Bring our left hand under the face, square the hips, and take your right hand up to the sky. And keep the hips square. Keep the twist into the middle and upper spine, into the shoulders. And then release that hand back down. Bring that under the face, re-square the hips. Take the left arm up. This is apparently a very good one for lower back pain, for sciatica, that kind of condition. And then bring that hand back down. Release yourself forward one more time. And then soften the knees as you come up. And now we're going to take it over to the other side. So we're going to find yourself in your warrior one on the other side. You know where you're at. That's going to depend which leg comes forward, so you come back over. So taking your warrior one. And now opening to warrior two. Let's take our reverse. So the palm, reach it forward and come up and back. And then release that back to warrior two. Side angle. Dropping the elbow to the knee, taking that long line. Right, do one long line from the fingertips to the edge of the back foot. And again, warrior two. Straighten the leg, bring the feet back forward. Take the arms together, interlace the fingers, press them away. So try to keep the palms together as you press the arms away, or the knuckles down towards the ground. And this alone is quite intense, I find it anyway. Really strong stretch into the shoulders. And just soften that. Bring the hands back to the waist and refold. Let the hands come down to the mat again. And again, decide if you're going to just let the hands just rest on the mat, or whether you want to take hold of the ankles or the big toe or the calves and gently draw yourself through. Letting the head go, nodding the head, shaking the head. And then releasing, bringing the hands back to the mat. Walking them out in front again, so you again bring your flat back. But this time we're just going to heel, toe the feet in, and sit down into our asana, and yogi squat. Hold it here a moment. So before we completely sit down, we're just going to do a little pigeon on both sides. So just lifting up the bottom and finding your way back to down facing dog. And then bringing the right knee underneath you and then planting it behind the right hand. Walking the left foot away and before then landing it. So your lower right leg is somewhere diagonal across the mat, either very diagonal like mine or more parallel with the top of the mat. And then just see where you go. So you're going to need some wiggling out. When you've found that place you feel like you can hold it for a moment, just come up into full pigeon for a moment, as in, upright pigeon for a moment. And then release yourself down. So wherever, could be elbows, could be a forehead on top of the hands on top of each other. But just lose yourself in your breath for a moment. Let your body melt. Your breath be long, slow, regular. Okay, so just coming back up onto the hands now. And bending that back knee, bending that back left knee. See if you can take hold of that foot and gently press it towards your buttock. And then release that foot. Hands back to the top of the mat. Lift the left knee and push back into your downward facing dog. Walking the feet. Releasing any tension in the right knee. And holding your dog a moment. And then bending the left knee in. And floating that forward and planting it behind the left wrist. And walking the right leg back. See how extended that can get, how far away you can send the foot. And again, just walk back, find your upright pigeon. And then release yourself down. And again, see if you can relax, release, surrender, let go. Feel free to close the eyes. And again, come back to the hands. Bending your right knee. And then taking hold of that, if it's available, with your right hand, pressing it towards you. Releasing that now. Tucking the toes under, lifting the right knee and pressing yourself back to down dog. We're just going to step through, cross our ankles, and sit back down on our bottoms. So, stepping one foot through, bringing the other foot through, so your ankles are crossed, and then sitting back down. Extending one leg away, other leg is bent, heel in towards the groin. This extended leg, opposite arm comes up and over, and take our side bend. So this hand could be just on the ground here, the same hand as the extended leg. You could use it to pull on that foot, which will help a little bit. I'll get you closer. Open the chest and reach. Okay, so inhale. Find your way up and just take a little bend over to the other side. Drop that right hand and reach the arm. And come back to centre. Changing sides. And taking the opposite arm to extended leg up and over. See if you can angle the chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. Still reaching. Coming back up. Ooh. And reaching over. Lovely. Coming back up to centre. Take both legs out for a moment. Bending the knees and toes to the ceiling. I always like to get my seat bones a little bit more on the ground as well. So if you lift up the hips, push the bottom back, sit back down, your seat bones will be more in contact with the ground. Take a little walk forward. And just relax. And then walk the hands over to one of your legs. Do both sides as well. Which one? Extend yourself over that straight leg. And then coming back, walking all the way round to the other side. Move centre. And coming up and walking back. So bring the legs together. We're going to lie down on our backs now. Bring the knees into the chest. Just roll yourself up into a little ball and then release the head. Let's take a happy baby. Bring the hands to the soles of the feet. And then lift the feet up. Swaying. Now it's going to get much slower. You're going to be lying down for a few minutes now. So if you do want to grab jumpers or blankets or anything like that, feel free to get those at some point. And then just release the left leg. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. And then draw it across the body. Right arm extends at shoulder height away. Right knee comes over towards the left side. Keep the gaze straight up. You can close the eyes. Just lose yourself in the stretch, in the pose. And then lifting that right knee back up and pulling that down one more time. and then just releasing it away. Bringing the left knee out, and then a little press in towards the left armpit, the left side of the ribs. And then extending the left arm away with your right hand, drawing that left knee across to the right. Again, gaze still up to the ceiling. Again, still, close your eyes. Try to let your thinking mind dissolve for a moment. So you're just more aware of the sensations in your body, you're aware of the sounds in the room. You're aware of the feelings in your body. Which parts are stretching, which parts are pressed into the earth. Noticing the little tiny muscular changes. Shoulders, jaw. And releasing that. Bringing that knee back in. And stretching it away. Taking the arms overhead, use up a long stretch. And completely relaxing. Bring the feet to the corners or wider than the corners of the mat. Bring your arms down beside you. If you want socks, blankets, jumpers, anything like that on, re-grab those things. And when you're in position, just release yourself into the earth. Arms are facing upwards, fingers are gently curling in, toes are falling out. Notice your breath slowing down. You imagine that from the very center of the planet, there is an energy rising. And this energy is now coming very rapidly up through the layers of the earth, up through the foundations of the house you're in. And this energy is coming out into the soles of your feet. And it's rising, filling up your feet. And it's rising up to your ankles. And it's filling up your calves, your shins, and your knees. It's warm, intelligent energy. And that's filling up your thighs, filling up your hips and your pelvis, your reproductive organs, spilling up into your spine, filling your physical and energetic body cells, moving into your base chakra, filling your stomach, moving up into your sacral chakra, moving up the spine, into your solar plexus chakra, your belly button, into your chest, your heart space, into your throat. Completely fill your chest as pouring down your arms into your hands, fingers, and out your neck, your throat, your jaw, into your head, filling you up completely. And now spreading outside the boundaries of your physical body into your energetic, into the energy body around you, your aura. Just imagine this warm, intelligent energy, this light, filling every cell of you. Extending. And this light, this energy, is very healing, very repairing and cleansing. So anything that you no longer need, it's been dissolved. Okay. So now, in your own time, take a few deeper breaths and take a longer stretch. And find your way back to a seated position. Right, let's close our practice for today, guys. Well done for making it to your mat. Rubbing your palms, carving your eyes, your palms over your eyes. Taking a deep breath for a moment, and then opening the eyes under the palms, and blinking. Bringing the hands back to our centre, and that's us done. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me.